Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on the time that you'll be watching this video. Remy here, and I want to welcome you to this channel. Officially, it is a channel that will be dealing with cooking, organic farming, and so many more. Welcome, and guys, today we want to make tofu. And tofu, it is a recipe that most of you have been requesting for so long. And I thought, why not? So today we are here, we want to make tofu. And with the tofu, we only need soybeans, which I think that most of you can find wherever you are. And I'm going to follow or give you a very basic and easy recipe to follow. And I'm just hoping that by the end of this video, guys, you'll be perfect in making tofu, and every one of you will be enjoying the tofu recipes in your family. And I want to request you also that you subscribe, you comment, you like, and share the videos to your friends. We need that support. We need the love that you already, guys, you are showing unto us. And without further ado, let's get into the video. We are going to start by soaking soybeans overnight. Use well sorted and clean soybeans. In this recipe, I use 2.5 cups of dry soybeans. And in the morning, they were very soft and I rinsed them very well. After rinsing, add the soybeans to the blender and add enough water that will enable you blend without any much difficulties. Make sure that you blend until it is smooth enough. This will help you get much milk from the soybeans. After blending, we are going to use a cheesecloth to squeeze out the milk from the blended soybeans. You can use any cheesecloth available near you. I'm using this one that I got from a local marketplace here. You can use the store-bought one, you can use a sieve, so long as it is going to help you to get the milk out of it. My solution is very thick, and so I'm going to add some more water to enable the milk to come out easy. And after that, we are going to try as much to squeeze out the milk. Try as much as you can. You can use some extra water still and squeeze out the milk until you are remaining with a very dry paste. And this paste, you can use it for cooking other recipes or even adding to your compost for your kitchen garden. Repeat the process for the remaining soy until you have your milk. Like mine here, I have a full basin of it. And after this point, we are going to transfer this to a boiling pot. Transfer to a boiling pot using a sieve. I'm going to sieve to remove some extra particles that maybe remain during squeezing. And after this, we are going to put the milk into the fireplace for boiling, and we are going to keep stirring it until it boils and to prevent it from sticking down. Meanwhile, we are going to make our solution, that is the curding solution, and I'm using 1.5 tablespoon of sea salt. I'm using a fresh sea salt from the ocean. It is not a processed one. And I'm going to mix this with 2.5 tablespoons of Epsom salt and add some warm water to it, stir and keep aside and wait for the milk to boil. Many fail at this point because of maybe the ratio purposes, but mainly just use the ratio of 1 is to 1.5 of the sea salt to the Epsom salt. If you don't have sea salt, there is no problem. You can use Epsom salt alone. It's just that sea salt will help your tofu to be more firm, extra firm, than when you are using Epsom salt alone. After this, I'm going to stir my mixture and let it sit or settle as I attend to the milk that is already boiling. And as you can see, the milk is already boiling so fast. So what I'm going to do is remove the milk from the fireplace, put it down, let it settle for like 5 minutes while it is cooling. And at this point, we are going to add our solution. It is a mixture of Epsom salt and sea salt. You can use Epsom salt alone, there's no problem. So I'm going to use this mixture, and what I'm going to do is just pour on the milk gently, and I'm going to go in with a cooking stick and gently stir. I'm not using much energy because this is going to work on its own. And if you are keen enough, you're going to see that the milk is already curdling immediately. Note that I did not let it settle even for a while. I just put in the solution, I started stirring, and immediately it started curdling, as you can see. And we are going to keep stirring until all the water will separate. What we are looking at is to have a clear water out of it, and we are going to achieve this immediately. You can let it sit. If you have a lot of time, there's no problem, and come back later. You are going to find it is already done. Mine is done immediately on the spot, and I'm so happy for that, because many people fail on this point, maybe because of using a lot of soy and less solution, curding solution, or sometimes they use more of the solution and less of the soy. But in most cases, it is not easy to fail if you are using the correct or original or the best Epsom salt. We have a lot of fake Epsom salt, so make sure that you are buying one that is legit, and it is going to give you this end result or end product. And so our tofu is ready. As you can see, the water is separated, and this water, you can use it, you can keep it if you have a freezer, and you'll be using it in your next tofu recipe as a solution, as a curding solution. You will not need Epsom salt if you have this solution. But if you do not have a fridge or a freezer, I'm sorry, you will have to throw it away or add it to your garden compost. After that, we are going to sieve the tofu, remove the excess water, as you see me doing. Yes, remove the excess water. And after removing the excess water, we are going to return this tofu to the cheesecloth for more squeezing, as I am doing here. Rinse your cheesecloth, return it to, maybe put it in a basin, add in your tofu now. If you do not have a lot of time, you can still use your tofu at this point. It's just that it will have a lot of water in it. It will not be firm, but it is okay. So I'm going to squeeze and try to get some more water out of it. I want it dry, I want it firm, I want it sticking together, I want it to be a block, something like a block. So what I'm going to do is put it over the sink with a strainer and put a heavy object on it. I do not have anything else in the house, so I'm using this a very huge pumpkin. So I'm going to let this sit for like 3 hours. You can let it sit like overnight, 8 hours, 7 hours, depending on how much time you have. So mine was sitting like for around 3 hours, 4 hours. And after 3 hours, I came back and checked on it, and it was very firm, as you can see from the video. Here we are checking it. It is already done. Our tofu is ready. It is very firm, not silken. You can keep this as long as you wish in the freezer. It can stay for a month or so, 2 months. And in my next video, I'm going to show you how to make various and different types of tofu recipes. You can make tofu stews, tofu stir fry, some baked tofu snacks, tofu bars. See from some of the pictures in the screen, these are some of the recipes we have tried for tofu. They were so yummy and so good. So I want to welcome you to the next video we enjoy together, and I'm very sure that your family are going to like them. Thank you.